Welcome to module number 5, lists. We're going to learn about a new type in this module called the list. So what is a list? Well, it is a collection of objects, and you might want to think about a real world list for a moment. So say you're going to the grocery store and you write down a list of all of the items you would like to purchase, such as milk, meat, eggs, fruit, vegetables, bread, or whatever. That's the same sort of concept that a Python list is. It's just a collection of objects. And in Python, these objects can be of any type. So inside of your list, you can have integers, floats, booleans, strings, even other lists can go inside of a list, and any other object as well that we have yet to cover. Okay, so how do we create a list in Python? Well, it's done using a set of square brackets, like these, and each object will be separated by a comma. Let's go ahead and create a list right here. We will first use a variable name called myList, and then the assignment statement, and then we will use these square brackets. The Jupyter Notebook automatically closes off the square brackets because it knows that you have a left bracket, then you'll always have a right bracket. And then inside of here, we can place the items. You can think of each of these items as, one of the items in the list from our grocery store, except that they have to be a Python object and not like some food. Okay, so we can put any amount of integers in here. So say we have 9, 4, 3. We can put floats in here at the same time, so we can say 3.14, 5.7. We can put booleans in here, so true, false. Those are the only two booleans in here. We can even put the object none. We talked about that. We can put strings in here, so maybe Python, computer, whatever. As long as we separate each item with a comma, we can continue to add more items. So here I'll just put a few more integers here just to add more items to the list. All right, so I think that is enough. So that's how you create a list in Python. It is square brackets and then objects separated by commas. Let's go ahead and execute this cell. So I have assigned my list variable name to this list over here. And let's go ahead and output the list to the screen by placing it as the last line in a cell. So there we have a list. So it's pretty simple to create a list. It's not really too much different than how you would type it out in real life. You just have commas separating all of your items, and then on the outside you have your square brackets. So what I like to do whenever we create a new type is to just verify that we have this type, and we use the type function for this. So we're going to use this type function and then place our variable name inside of the function. And then when we execute this, we'll see that in fact it is a list in Python. All right, so that is a introduction to lists. We'll go very deep into them and cover almost all of their functionality in this module, but that's how you get started with creating lists.